right, so one-time Grammy nominee Rocky Dauni is in town and he's been speaking with Joy News. Miss G is joining me, and she has all the filler on that.
Hello.
Miss G.
Okay, so there's a favorite Rocky Dauni song.
Okay.
I don't know of yours, but in Ghana is my favorite. Anytime, any day. Which is yours?
In Ghana is one, you know, but then there was one that he released.
The Branches of the Same Tree, African Trailer.
African Trailer.
Yeah. That's a very beautiful song. So, like you said, Rocky Dauni is in town. Now, what it tells me is that he is in the process of relocating.
Oh,
yes, he's
moving back to Ghana.
Yes, he says that it will help his music, it will help his career better because, you know, whilst he's away, we hardly, you know, focus on him. We hardly play his songs here, and we hardly even think of him. When he comes, everybody wants to speak to him. So he's thinking, why not come back, you know, and get my career on again? He says he'll be doing
to the homeland.
Exactly, he'll be doing concerts here and there. So we had a conversation, and you know, he became the first Ghanaian to have been nominated for the Grammys.
Yeah.
He didn't pick that, but a lot of people seem to think that, you know, he paved the way for others because Morgan Heritage picked that award. They have been nominated again, but this time around, Stonebwoy
is on the bill.
Exactly. So we are hoping that, you know, we get the Grammys. And then, so he says it's attainable, but we should slow down. We should be slow on ourselves because since independence, it took a while. So don't, you know, be too hard on yourself.
Yeah.
And then we talked about homosexuality because it's been around the country, around the world. Why did you have that look on your face? Anyway, let's hear it.
Controversial topic.
Very controversial, but he handled it quite well. So here's Rocky Dauni.
We have to take it slow. It took since independence. We never had a nomination, and we got a nomination. So we have to be. You know, sometimes I'm just like, it's a door that I have now made it possible. So it's part of our language right now. Whenever, you know, I hear a lot of artists talk about Grammy nomination because it's attainable and achievable. We've achieved the nomination. You know, so the next step could be anybody else. Some people were nominated 6 times before they even, you know, got an award.
No, but was this to say that for you was, okay, if I get to pick it, fine. If I don't pick it, I still recognize that
yes.
I have been nominated.
And I feel that it doesn't really, you know, the album was a Grammy material album, you know. And, you know, the thing is that some of those other artists had a lot of institutional support even when they were nominated. You know, their countries, you know, I mean, although I had support here, you know, in terms of
great as Gramps Morgan or Morgan Heritage.
Yeah, compared to what, you know, other people, how they were able to mobilize the kind of push that they were able to do, like to, you know, all of a sudden various companies from their countries were jumping and sponsoring ads in big magazines and all, you know, all those things, you know. You know, I didn't get the support to that, but that's not, you know, I don't like to look back. I think that, you know, the thing is that we need to support our own and also not try to have a definition of what is Ghanaian music for us to support.
Our president was asked a question on, I think it's Al Jazeera, about gayism and lesbianism. What do you make of, you know, issues as this being thrown to us as Africans?
I think the thing is that we just have to nationally consider it and make our, you know, our response to it. You know, it's a matter of Africa, so Africans have to look at what it is and then we make our pronunciation.
Because you have traveled wide, you've met very great leaders, and in some circles where you've been, it is okay, it is normal for them. What would be your stance if you ever asked a question like this? You know,
the thing is that I don't like to make, you know, to impose my ideas on, you know, issues like this, you know what I mean? But, you know, because from my travels, my position has always been that I'm not a judge of people, you know what I mean? I'm a child of God. I unite people, you know what I mean? And that is my role. All right, so that's Grammy nominee
Rocky Dauni.
And the group Keche, You know, last time I was talking about 4x4, I told you that, you know, from back in the day, that's the only group still standing.
Yeah.
Until now, we haven't been told that they are no longer together. So we assume that they are the only group standing. But after 4x4, we've had, you know, Keche, we've had some other groups, you know. But Keche thinks that, you know, R2Bs, which is also another group, should be leveraging more on the influence that Wizkid has got since they got signed on to Starboy Worldwide. Yeah. They think that the likes of Mr. Easy and the others, you know, are going round the world because of Wizkid's influence. They think that R2Bs are being lazy. I don't know if it's good enough for them to say, but here is Joshua of the group Keche.
Let me tell you something. I respect VVIP, the legend. I respect Force for the legend. I respect all the groups in Ghana. They are doing well. But I think they are not doing enough, because when they mention groups in Ghana now, it doesn't carry power.
Even Force have issues.
It doesn't carry power. Let me say this. And some group like R2Bs, I feel disappointed anytime that it comes to R2Bs.
Why? You have issues with them?
R2Bs, they are seniors. I respect them a lot. All right. We're here when Wizkid came and said, I've signed Ifya, I've signed Mr. Easy, I've signed R2Bs. Okay, Mr. Easy used every opportunity. And now when you're talking about biggest group in Ghana right now, R2Bs, no two ways about it. They are ahead of us. VVIP are legend, First for legend, so I don't want to mention your name. R2Bs, they are legend. You see, I want to see something that when I'm talking about R2Bs, I'll be like, whoa, this group, they've been everywhere. Mr. Easy tap on everything. Now Wizkid is the biggest thing in Africa right now. Look at where Mr. Easy is. But the same artists that Wizkid mentioned on stage, that I've signed these people. I've seen Wizkid on bigger platforms. Mr. Easy on here. I won't see R2Bs. You know, you are repping Ghana, rep hard, come strong, so that you know you set a pace for Keche to follow. So when I mention groups in Ghana, I feel some way, because
you feel some way about R2B. Do you think they're not doing much?
I think they're not doing much. That's the truth. I think they're not doing much because they are artists that they've got followers. I've heard Victoria Kamani, I've heard Mikasa, I've heard Uhuru, I've heard Yemi Alade on MTV Base, and they asked them the artists they want to feature. R2B's name came in there. The next week I heard R2B's Bugis did a song with When Then I Feel Alright, My Money. You see, R2B's, they have that power. But when I see them, I'll be like, no, R2Bs need to.
So you think they are sleeping?
I think they're not doing much. That's what I would say.
Well, somewhere else, Shatta Wale thinks that we shouldn't even be collaborating with these people.
You know, he doesn't even think that Wizkid is that star. He's not a superstar, you know. But I'm yet to hear what R2B has to say to this. But also, Xylophone Media signed on 5 movie stars. James Gardner, Too Sweet Anna, and Bibi Bright, Benedicta Gaffa, and Zinel Zhu, sorry. And from the time they got signed on, we thought the movie industry was going to, you know, see a different, you know, era, or witness a different era. But till now, there's been no movies yet from Xylophone Media, and they want to do a movie award. So,
oh, really?
Yeah.
Xylophone Media wants to
this December they have a movie award coming up.
Oh, really?
Yes, really. And so I had a conversation with James Gardner. In fact, I totally forgot about that conversation until my attention was drawn to it. So I was asking him, or I asked him, if he doesn't think it's dragging, the contract is signed, is binding, so...
It's making him unproductive and...
Well, James Gardner.
I'm working out. I've started working out, yeah.
You're working out?
Yeah. I haven't gotten to the stage of taking my shirt off. I would have taken it off.
Is that where you want to get to?
Yes, ma'am.
Why? Is it because the ladies love the six-packs and the muscles and all that?
At the point, I realized that I was just taking things for granted, eating, Indomie, everything left, right, center. But, I need to put myself in check as an artist, so, yeah.
When you got signed on to Xylophone, we were expecting that, it's going to be a boom, back-to-back movie release, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Then we hear that you and your colleagues are still undergoing some training and all that. Isn't it dragging for you?
As for that, I won't lie, it is. But now we're about to go on set, I think they wanted it to be in such a way that when it comes out, even though there will be criticisms, it won't be as much as it should be. It was in our contract that we will undergo some level of training. So they had to make sure that we got that before we were prepped up and then go to work. Yeah.
But has that inhibited others from, you know, engaging your services?
No, not at all. I think they wanted to prep us for their very first movie that will come out so that people will see our other side or our advanced side, sort of. So, I mean, it's not a bad thing. I wouldn't say I didn't know how to act before, but there's nothing wrong about adding more meat to the soup. So, yeah, we're about to go on set, so people should watch out.
But have other people contacted you? Have you done some more acting for others?
Yes, I have. I've been to Nigeria. I was supposed to go to Ivory Coast last week, but something came up, so I couldn't. But yes, I've been acting. When I act, it doesn't come out immediately, so people will know. So yes, I've been working. Yeah.
Well, thank you, and we wish you all the best.
Next time, invite me to your wedding.
When are you getting married?
Soon.
Anyway, so that's James Gardner, and we can't wait to see what Xylophone.
You know, James used to work at Hits
Yes,
FM.
he said so. He said so. He said he was with Hits FM. He was with the marketing team. You know, so that's James Gardner, who is now an actor.
Yeah.
Maybe one of these days we should have him here tell us, you know, what he used to be like working here.
Well, yeah, we should.
Okay, so James, that's an invitation from Israelite to you. But I guess that should be it for entertainment.
Yeah, that'll be it.
And so I'll bring you some more tomorrow. Okay. I've got filler for you tomorrow. You need to hear what I have for you tomorrow.
Okay.
I see you.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. G.